Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. So I brought you with me to do my feed out, which I've already done. We need to talk about something. We need to talk about the sovereignty of our country. There is a ruling that was handed down, I think it was Friday, by U.S. District Judge Coleman, who basically states in the ruling, now I want you to focus on this, it's going to be hard. This is not about illegals owning guns. It is about illegals owning guns, but that's not the point of this ruling. The point of this ruling is to take away we the people. She literally states that we the people does not necessarily mean U.S. citizens. Need I read the Constitution of the United States again on this channel? Need I? We the people. If you degrade that, if you remove that, then we are a one world order. Then we are a one world. We are a world without boundaries. And all of your politicians will be wearing the butterfly pins that I warned you about. At some point, when do we fight for our country? Because it's rulings like this that says, look, it's just a misdemeanor. You know, he owned a gun because of disrest or unrest during 2020 spring. He was afraid for his life. Well, there are Americans currently afraid for their lives, and Americans currently dying at the hands of illegals. This is America. This is American soil. We have a beautiful Constitution that dictates the law of our land. And when we put in these liberal, left-leaning judges who interpret it from a World Economic Forum standpoint, they're going to dismantle the sovereignty of our country. That's what that ruling means. Yeah, I'm irritated that an illegal can have a gun too. Oh, it pisses me off. His excuse was he was there to protect his property. How do you have property in the United States if you're illegal? That is the state our country is in currently. I mean, what is the point of being a U.S. citizen? Think about it. In California, you get a 0% interest loan to buy a house if you're illegal. Your kids can go to school for free. You never paid into that system. You can get Social Security. You can get disability. You can get free insurance. You can get food stamps. Welfare across the board. You never paid into that. Now you can own a gun. New York, California, you can drive. Soon you'll be able to vote. What is the point of being a U.S. citizen if we don't have a sovereign country? It's time to think about it. Moving on. Let me tell you something. I voted for this man. Louisiana representative, Republican representative in the Senate, Cassidy. And then I found him saying this on TV last night.
Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country.
The general tone of the speech is why many Americans continue to wonder, should President Trump be president?
Now, of course, I sent him an email. You know I did. And then I informed him that I fully expected everybody in Louisiana that watches this channel to also send him an email. But the ones of you who just feel frisky this morning, go ahead. He'll accept them from all over. I noticed that on his channel, on his site. And I told him, this right here, that crap you just pulled, it's not going to work. We will not put you back in office, sir. Here are some of the things that he has put forward about the illegal immigrants. So I don't know why all of a sudden it's anti-Trump. Louisiana's famous for that. We have dirty politicians here. One of our governors went to federal prison, got out of federal prison, and by like 6 8% of votes lost being governor again. I mean, we get dirty down here. We play dirty. Yeah, it's a dirty state. It's a dirty state. You can't tell the difference between Democrats and Republicans. And Bill Cassidy is a wolf in sheep's clothing, Louisiana. Better watch him. You better watch him. You better really consider about not putting him back in office. Now, because the world keeps telling us, especially the left-thinking part of the world, keeps telling us that we're making up the problem with the border. You know, AOC, there is no border crisis. It's a made-up, fictional emergency, right? That's exactly what she said. We're making it up. This is not real. Well, I want you to hear from an Arizona sheriff in his own words talking about the cartel already taking over their communities.
I'm out in the community all the time. This is the number one thing that I'm asked about. Are we in danger here? What are we going to do? What is the plan? This is not sustainable. And we're constantly working with our legislators to try to, propose any legislation, get anything that we can through the legislature, hopefully get it signed by the governor. There's a number of people that have talked to me and they said, hey, is this the usual rhetoric and hyperbole about the border?
Yes.
And I always tell them, no, this is not. In my 30 years in law enforcement, the sheriffs that are on the border, the law enforcement professionals in the state, it has never been like this. We need the border secured. You can't manage any of this until the border is secured. And that was one of the problems with the border bill, John, is that, it did not secure the border for...
Sorry, guys, I've got to cut it short today. I've got a meeting for the private school that we're starting here in Louisiana in August of 2024. I have to go inside and get ready. I've got to get there. But if you have not done so and would like to do so, please consider supporting our work here. They demonetized us, and we're in a fight to get that back. Whether or not we're going to win, who knows? But $1, $5, $10, $1,000, we are not putting a limit. But we are thankful for the ones of you that have stepped out and rode in my boat personally. I appreciate you. I really do, because it's people like you that allow us to keep bringing truth to the world. So if you want to drop something in Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, please do. God bless you. Please like, comment, and subscribe.